Welcome aboard, Slack Tide Nation. Today, we're doing something a little different from our normal routine. We're in the Bavarian village of Helen, Georgia, about 90 minutes north of Atlanta. If you've never heard of Helen before, check out my video on the best little German town in the United States. I'll leave a link in the description for those of you who are interested in learning more about this small Bavarian village. If you're looking for a great weekend or planning to visit Atlanta in the near future, Helen could be an interesting destination for you and your family. I've lived in Georgia for nearly 3 decades, and my goal is to find every interesting nook and cranny in the state. In Helen, a family can tube the Chattahoochee through town, mine for gold, and partake in some German-style food at one of the many restaurants in town. But today, we're riding the Georgia Mountain Coaster. And don't look now, but here comes our ride. Riders must be at least 54 inches tall to drive their cart, but there's plenty of room for small children to ride the cart with a parent or older sibling. There's a maximum weight limit of 375 pounds per cart that decreases to 330 pounds in wet conditions. So don't worry about eating that extra sausage or helping of German potato salad. The Georgia Mountain Coaster can accommodate the biggest of men. The Georgia Mountain Coaster track stretches for more than a mile through the North Georgia mountains that overlooks the Bavarian village. The coaster operates 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Mondays through Thursdays, but stays open an hour later on weekends. The cost to ride the Georgia Mountain Coaster is $17 per rider over the age of 16, $14 for children aged 7 to 12, and $10 for kids aged 3 to 6. Riders under the age of 3 are not permitted, so all you adventure toddlers are going to have to come back when you're out of your pull-ups. The Georgia Mountain Coaster refers to riders as drivers because you determine how fast you want the cart to travel. There's a handbrake on the side of the cart that slows the cart whenever you desire to do so. And regardless how fast you might want to travel, I guarantee that you will apply that handbrake at some point during the ride. There were a couple of times that I genuinely felt that I was going to fly off the track. In reality, I was perfectly safe, but when you're not used to experience that level of centrifugal force, it can be a bit unnerving. The first half of the Georgia Mountain Coaster consists of the rider being towed to the top of the coaster, where gravity will do the rest. During the first portion of the ride, drivers are asked not to apply the handbrake. To speed things along, I sped up this portion of the ride. Once we reach the top, I'll give the viewers from the Slack Tide Nation a 100% authentic Georgia Mountain Coaster experience. From here, I'm going to shut up and leave you with the sights and sounds of the Georgia Mountain Roller Coaster. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and share it with your friends. And if you would, subscribe to the channel. Now get out there and find your own Slack Tide to enjoy. Slack Tides.
Seatbelt buckle is secured at all times. No purses, bags, or any secured items are allowed in the carts. No touch